The Europa League is back. We're playing again against Fenerbahce after beating them 4-1 last time out at Old Trafford. We return to play them in Turkey. Jesus, this isn't going to be an easy game at all away in Turkey. Going to be a real hostile atmosphere. And on the back of that really disappointing draw against Burnley at the weekend, we've really got to be looking to win it, to get back to winning ways and get on some sort of run. I'll keep saying this is the same as under Louis van Gaal. We're not getting the run of wins that we want. It was the same under Moyes at times. We keep thinking, oh, we're going to go on a run now, we win a game, and it just doesn't seem to materialise. But I'm hopeful that eventually it will click. The performance wasn't bad at all against Burnley. In shots were hitting the post. The goalkeeper played the game of his life. I mean, Zlatan Ibrahimovic missed a chance that he would bury 99 times out of 100. It just wasn't Manchester United's day, but we've had that against Stoke already this season, and we just can't afford too many more of them, certainly in the Premier League, because you're going to fall too far off the chasing pack in the races for the title and the Champions League spots. But I've been looking at the Europa League, and there's some dire teams in this competition. I was looking at the odds. Roma are the second favourites at the moment, according to a lot of the bookies, to win this competition behind Manchester United. So this is a good opportunity. Although people aren't bothered about it, but with the way the league's going, with Chelsea performing well, with Liverpool performing well, Arsenal, Man City and Tottenham and even Everton, it's going to be really difficult to make that Champions League spot this season. I know some people think it's still a given that we're going to get one, but I'm not certain. I'm just being realistic here. I think we can get a Champions League spot, but it's going to be no means a guarantee, and this probably offers us the easier route into it. I've been looking at the teams that are in it, and I've been looking at the teams in the third positions in the Champions League, and I feel that we are the favourites to go out there and win this. You've got the likes of Mönchengladbach in third position in Manchester City's group. You've got teams like that. Sporting Lisbon, I think, were third in their group. There's a lot of teams, the likes of Lyon and teams like that, could potentially drop out of the Champions League and go into the Europa League. But on paper, Manchester United have got to be looking to be the odds-on favourites to win this competition, even if we weren't to put... It does look like Jose Mourinho is taking it serious, and if we can put out a full-strength team, I think we can win it. Not that I want it to hindrance our Premier League season, but if we can get the win in this game away at Turkey, we will practically be in the next round. We'll just have to beat Feyenoord at home in the next round, and then we can rest the players against Zoya, Luhansk, or however you pronounce it, away from home in the final game. Maybe give some fringe players and some youth players a bit of an opportunity to perform. And then we can put this to bed for the next round, and hopefully in the next round get a shite tie like we did against Midtjylland last year, and then we'll be in the last 16. So I think it is really a realistic thing that we can potentially win this, and at least we'll get a trophy. Finishing fourth in the Premier League, you get nothing out of that. So how are we going to line up for this game? I would expect, well, there's probably going to be some changes to Jose Mourinho's lineup. You're never too sure what he's going to do, but at Chelsea he never really used to shuffle the pack too much, which is a shame. I still don't think he knows his best formation, his best team. He still seems to be experimenting too much, changing too much. But I'm expecting, we've heard that Valencia's out for 6 weeks, which is a massive blow. Darmian will probably start right back, because I presume Fosu Mensah is injured, because he wasn't even getting a look in Darmian before when Fosu Mensah was fit. So I would presume Darmian will start right back, decent right back. Not very good going forward, but a decent one, solid enough, won't really let you down too much. Then left back's got to be Luke Shaw, because there's question marks over Smalling's injuries problem. I think that was a big key of why we were so bad defensively against Chelsea, because I don't think he was fully fit. I'm not taking anything away, he was bad that day and there's no excuse for that, but I think he did have some sort of injury as well. And I wouldn't want to risk him with Bay out injured, and I'm not too sure if he's going to play Tuanzebe at the moment. But the under-23s haven't got a game on Monday from what I see. They played on Friday against Tottenham, so that does give him enough rest that he could potentially be on the bench, but it'd probably be Blind and Rojo as the centre-backs. Rojo is a lot better as a centre-back, and hopefully can do a decent job against these. Fenerbahce have actually moved up. I think it's 5th in the Turkish league now, so they're doing a little bit better than they were. So I presume they've won the last couple of games or got some positive results, because they were almost around mid-table when we played them last time. out, but they're going to be near the top of the Turkish league. There's no question about that. They're one of the best teams in the Turkish league. In midfield, Herrera, Pogba and Carrick need to play in midfield, I think, unless he's going to give Schneiderlin a chance in there, but he doesn't seem to give him too much of an opportunity. Hopefully Martial's fit. We will have to wait and see. Martial will be on one side for me, Mkhitaryan on the other hand side. Got to give Mkhitaryan a chance at some point to prove himself. I'm a bit worried that he's not even making the bench at the moment. He has had injury problems, but hopefully he can come back into the team at some point. He needs to be on one side. And Rashford has to be up top because Zlatan's looking a bit off the pace at the moment, and probably is playing too many matches. Has played 3 games in a week on a few occasions this season. Did so last week, playing against Manchester City in the Cup as well. So he probably does need to come out for a few games. 35, cannot be playing every single week. He's managing Carrick, but he's not managing Zlatan. But probably Carrick needs to be playing slightly more games, and Zlatan needs to be playing slightly less games. Getting that medium between them two 35-year-olds, and we will be okay, I think. But this is going to be by no means an easy match in Turkey. The hostile atmosphere is going to be a real intimidating atmosphere in Turkey. It's never easy going away in Europa League or Champions League games. We've seen with that Midtjylland game, the Feyenoord game, the PSV game, they're never easy, and I think this is going to be a lot tougher than it was at home. We got them 2 fairly early goals in the first half of that game. We did so against Leicester as well. We got some goals after around the 20-odd minute mark, and we battered the fuck out of them 2 teams. So if we can get an early goal, we will probably be alright, because they will then have to come out and play, because they're probably looking, I'm expecting Manchester United to win this group with Feyenoord to play at home in the next game after this. So you've got to be expecting Manchester United to hopefully win that game, and then we'll qualify as hopefully winners of the group if we can get a positive result in this game. So these are going to be looking to finish runners up in the group, so they're going to have to be looking to win this game, or maybe even knock Manchester United out, but we will have to wait and see. But they need to really win this game. So if they lose this game, then potentially they could be going out. So if Manchester United can get an early goal, it will pull them out. They're going to have to go for it. Van Persie's going to be a danger to Manchester United. He is the main man for them. He hasn't been playing too much this season, but I think he has had injury problems. But what could Van Persie do for Manchester United? Could have come off the bench against Burnley. Would have been a better option than not having anyone on the bench, bringing Marouane Fellaini off the bench. You see, Louis van Gaal, why did you sell him? We sold Hernandez and Welbeck as well. They could have been on the bench against Burnley. It's absolute bullshit for me, selling too many attacking players, but that was the way it is. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the game. I'm hopeful Manchester United can get a positive result. I would, at the start of play, accept a 1-1 draw. I think that would be good enough to see Manchester United qualify for the next phase of this competition, because we will probably beat Feyenoord at home, so that would probably see us top, maybe even top the group. But I'm really hoping that we can win the game just to put this Europa League to bed. But I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.